One day, after my spirit dissipates from this body, I hope to have a burial with the lavender, as the valor of our legacy is carried with the ocean waves forever. One thing I desire most before I disappear from this earth is to inspire others, to leave a deeper impact of the light upon others, to leave behind a legacy in which would have inspired others until there's nothing left. Those ghosts' attempts to defeat drag me under in a perpetual cycle. They drop me off here without direction to guide. After upon removing the blindfold inside the oceans of blackness, I was able to witness the sun in the visions of my eyes. I wish I understood what friendship means or what it feels, considering I don't have anyone to believe in except Genevieve and a few others inside the circle of life. I cannot thank those of you enough for all of your friendships, for all of those who legitimately care for me and care of me. Our love is forever bonded by the architects of the universe. The divine light that entwines me into an internal collective that corrodes this body with time. Despite the spirit forever will be embraced with the love of my life, as she is a purpose of my existence, of being alive and breathing. I refuse to surrender and to be defeated. However, I've managed to rise above the obstacles and reverse their opposition against me. The will of the light keeps me alive even despite anything else. I am no longer the same anymore. As they attempt to drag me into the floor, I balance the center of my walk in the light and push against the gravitational axis of oblivion and darkness. They're no longer collecting my nerves. I often become disappointed. I thought that perhaps I would receive more fundamental support for our inspiration project for our videos. I've been crawling through the oblivion and darkness with blindfolds, as this had left me half alive under the moonlight in desperate search of the light. So I could breathe again. I need to continue this journey of life and embrace myself inside the circle of the positives. Those serpents often whisper in my ears, speaking through the snake tongue to the venomous of the words I refuse to believe or give in to them, and remind myself I have been an inspiration to others. And being alive actually means something, whether or not if they tell me otherwise. Poison ink letters were addressed and close to my heart, with a kiss from a snake as their poison courses through the veins of my lips, painted with black mascara and lipstick. Death is inevitable, as it is inescapable, being embraced like crimson imprints left upon my eyes, as a kiss with a spell bites my lips as it tastes the blood. I pray like the hounds do in the underworld. This trace here of me still exists. I'm still alive. I'm curious to know if friendship even exists anymore. According to those of whom I am an expendable, a spirit reincarnated. One day I'll manifest death and consume the airwaves and become entwined with the universe that I was born from. I'm lost in a desire to spreading a positive influence while inspiring others for the positive. I promise to carry on the valor of my legacy with the currents of the oceans until the dawn and dusk of time. Even in spite of the obstacles and complications that overwhelms me from time to time, I still feel this ghost of you here, Terry. You were truly a genuine human being, a one of a kind, and if my friendship means anything to anyone else, it would have meant the greatest of all virtues to you above all. During the times of defeat of those serpents who had whispered into the eyes of my thoughts, the ears of my deepest spiritual seduction, the light of the grace of God existed within me. Through the greatest love of my entire existence, to Jen, who I would travel to the edge of the world to embrace our divine love until my last breath. The one of the few handful of human beings I have all the amount of respect for in this world. It appears I was left behind by others for the circle of ravens. However, since then I have risen above those obstacles and become greater than the shadows. I have risen through the degrees to become a wolf and a raven. No shadows could touch my heart with the frozen touch of how tainted and meaningless and menacing the venomous intoxications of poisonous. Regardless of dosage, I would forever dismantle my spirit. I refuse to receive the intake of oxygen, of the last breath that courses through the veins of my body, in the name of their vileness. In the end of time, the valor of my legacy will forever be carried by the oceans. Even beyond the dawn and sands of time, I must continue to fight the oppositions and remain alive for as long as God intends for me to discover the light held by His divine grace. I truly am alive. Others may not watch this video or hear all what I have to say. Regardless, I've promised myself I will be who I am until death and death departs me.